What's up, guys? I am Knuckles. Welcome to another Sunday night edition of Live at the Pokemon Refuge. I'm joined, as always, by my lovely wife, the beautiful Kitten.
Hi, everyone.
And we are glad that you guys could join us here tonight. So we are going to continue to do this. We are working on things. Every week we're trying something different, trying different mic setups. Got a new camera we're going to be ordering. We're just going to keep this going until we figure out exactly how we want to format this and how we want to do this. But every night, or every Sunday, it's going to be every Sunday night live at the Pokemon Refuge. And we are going to be covering this last week in Pokemon Go, what's currently happening in Pokemon Go, and what's coming the next week in Pokemon Go. We will cover PvP, Go Battle League, as well as Silph Arena stuff. And we will just cover all aspects of stuff. So we're glad you guys could join us if you're here with us. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it.
I would like to also add that we usually try to do this at 9 o'clock, which is after our kids are in bed. But there's no school tomorrow, so kids are up. So you might hear them or see them. And that just happens when you have 5 kids.
Just gonna share this out real quick. So if you want to get started.
So I'm going to get started. We're going to start with the rewind. And first we're going to touch on our goals from last week. And my goals from last week were...
So wait. What is today's? Today's date is February 16th. So when we rewind back from this week from Sunday, we are coming into what event? Is that what you were getting into? Or you went into goals?
No, I was hitting on our goals from last week.
Okay. Well, last week was the Sinnoh event. So we're covering from the Sinnoh event to now. So that's our rewind. Just so everyone following along knows.
And so my goals that I stated last week were to get 100,000 Stardust, which I did that, and I think I got more. I didn't actually keep a total amount, but I know I bought a third move for my male medal, so I know I had the 100,000 Stardust. And then to walk the 50 kilometers, and I only walked 34.1 as of right now, and I don't think I'm going to get the 50 kilometers by tomorrow morning. That's a lot, but
definitely.
You were gone, so it was hard for me to get out and go.
Yeah, and I did a lot this last week because I was gone.
Yes.
So for work I travel. So last week I was in Houston, and the Pokemoning is always good down there. It just so happens where I stay is a good place to be able to pick. So I shared this out to a few groups.
And then also I wanted to do the 5 licky raids, but I unfortunately was at a workshop for school and did not get to participate in that. And then another one of my goals was to create another Pokemon for my Ultra Go Battle League team. And I made a Venusaur for that. That seemed like the best route to go.
Talk more into the mic.
And then to increase my Pokemon storage, because I don't have very many slots for Pokemon. And so I increased that 2 slots so I can hold 100 more Pokemon. So that's good. And that was my goals for the week.
I know that my biggest goal last week was I have a 0-15-15 male medal that I was needing to buy a third move on, which that's 100,000 Stardust and 100 Melton candies. And so I actually did that. And the reason I did that was I did that so that I could have that one because it's like number 2 or number 1 or number 3 for Great League, whatever, on PvP scale. But I had one already made I was using for PvP before I got that one. And so I did this so that I could take that one up to 2,500, and I'm using that one for my Ultra League now. So I did do that, and I know both of those were 2 of my things. I wanted to take my Lucario.
Yeah.
I did not get my Lucario up to 2,500.
And your Togekiss.
Yeah, I'm out of Lucario candies, and I didn't get my Togekiss up 2,500 either. They're both right around 2,100.
And cleaning up your Rose Cup team.
But yeah, I haven't been using them. Now, I will say cleaning up my Rose Cup team was very effective. So this would be a good time to jump into this last week of Rose Cup for me, which meant I was in Houston, Texas, and I competed in 2 Silph Arena events last week. One in A-Leaf, which is a Houston community, and one in Katy, which is a Houston community. Shout out to both of those groups down there. They're really good Pokemon groups. And one of them I actually tied for first. So it was a solid, I would say, the most consistent Pokemon that I saw were Medicham and surprisingly Steelix and Wigglytuff. I feel like everyone had a Steelix, everyone had a Wigglytuff, and everyone had a Medicham. I was kind of surprised by the Steelix. That's not really what I'm running for my Steel for the Rose Cup team. But yeah, so I did 2 tournaments.
Someone said I'm louder than you, bro.
Someone said you're louder than me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, well, that's great. Maybe I have the mic pointed a little bit more towards you.
You're sitting
so
back.
maybe if I turn it a little bit. We're just trying to get this figured out, guys. You got to bear with us a little bit. We're working it out here. We're gonna buy more equipment. I mostly do music, so podcasting and live stuff is gonna be a little bit different. But hey, we're gonna get it. So, rewind of last week. Go ahead.
So, the beginning of last week was the ending of the Sinnoh event, which I wasn't very.
I didn't do anything good in the Sinnoh event.
I didn't hatch anything good. There was nothing good that I think happened from the Sinnoh event. Maybe you guys had something different. If you want to share with us, if you had good luck or anything with the Sinnoh event. And then on Tuesday we had the Spotlight Hour, which the featured Pokemon for that hour was good old Spoink.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about the Spotlight Hour from last week. Okay, so last week's Spotlight Hour being Spoink. Holy cow, Spoinks were everywhere. Everywhere. I have not seen... Okay, so it's been even several community days back, I think, since we've seen a concentration of that many of one kind of Pokemon.
I've never seen that many.
I feel like...
Even when it was December Community Day.
No, not December Community Day is a bad... I would say go back to Slackoth Community Day. Mm-hmm. They were everywhere.
I think that Spoink, there was lots of
Spoinks everywhere. I
like
guess maybe
200 and clicked on like 400 like within that hour.
Shinies.
And no shinies. No. And I was so disappointed.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if shinies were boosted or not over that event. I still have not seen anyone confirm whether or not shiny rates were boosted. I guess I need to actually just Google that question and look on the Silph Road. Because I've looked in the Silph Road to see if anybody... could confirm whether or not shiny rates were boosted on those.
And I'm not a Spoink fan, but I would have been fine with a shiny Spoink, so that's why I went out for that.
Yeah.
And then Thursday, was there raid hour Wednesday?
Yes. So Wednesday was our Wednesday dinner raid hour,
and it was for the Tornadus. And so but Thursday they had the mystery bonus hour, which was 2 times raid. XP.
Okay, so that's...
And so I saw people complaining about that. They shouldn't have done that. If they were going to do it, they should have done it during the dinner time hour because people are out raiding them.
Yeah. Okay. I totally, that's exactly right. They should have did that on Wednesday.
And so, but I can see why Niantic did that though, because they want to try to get people out on more than just one night and to use more raid passes.
I mean, I get that because they make money off raid passes.
The business aspect of that, but I didn't go out for that because I have like 2 Tornadus.
Right. Yeah. Obviously it's not a really meta relevant Pokemon. It doesn't have a chance for a shiny. So they are trying to probably boost the tier 5 raids. My thing about that was that's not very big of a bonus. Double XP, a lot of people who are serious are level 40 anyway. XP isn't a huge deal. And even if they're fine with getting XP, that's a very hard one to do because you've got to think that within an hour, within that hour, you have to go to as many raids as you can. But it's not, like you said, it's not a dinner raid hour. It was just a regular old hour. So we can't even promise that...
Oh my goodness.
Chair almost broke. We can't even promise that the raids... let me not in the eye. All right, we can't even promise that the raids are going to be everywhere. So I just felt like that was not a bonus. As compared to the week before, the double catch Stardust, that was a bonus. Yeah, that was great. Oh, you got to see me again. Yeah. On the stream. Yeah, I don't know what is it the.
No, you were just leaning back.
Yeah, it just.
You gotta sit forward.
Funny. No, it was good. Oh, there you go.
Now use a shorty. So then now we're past the mystery bonus hour,
past the mystery bonus hour.
So on Monday, I guess we're going back because on Monday, Ultra League started for Go Battle League, and we're gonna talk more about the Ultra Go Battle League later on.
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
segment.
We'll get into Ultra Go Battle League later.
And so then on Friday, the Valentine's Day event started, and two Pokemon made their debut.
Yes, two Pokemon made their debut.
And Alamomola.
You can see them in the corners of the screen.
I have the opportunity to have the Alamomola, but I do not have a Audino.
And I have both. I have one of each. So
and
I was
during
lucky.
Still now until tomorrow, there's 2 times catch candy for Pokemon, and then the 6-hour lures. Like I said, I was in a workshop this Saturday, and so I could drift to 3 different Pokestops, and so I lured them all up. And I have what's mine called?
A gotcha.
A gotcha. I have a gotcha that I turned on. Here's one of our Pokemon cats in the background.
Pokemon cat. That's
and,
Eevee.
So I was catching Pokemon in my workshop. We weren't allowed to have any electronics out or anything, and so I had my gotcha on my wrist and could feel the vibrations of whenever I was catching Pokemon. So I didn't get anything cool, but I was doing that.
So we are to the point of the Valentine's Day. So we are to current. It started Friday. So let's talk about this Valentine's Day event. This is currently the big thing going. You are the queen of Team Pink, obviously. So how do you feel about the spawns?
I mean, they're pink, so that's good. But
so what about the new Pokemon? Obviously, you said you only have one.
I don't have the.
How many Alomomola have you got?
Like 10, I would say.
Really?
Yeah, because
like one, literally.
The catch 14.
That's
love
where
discs.
I got one. Yeah, I got one
and
from
then
the Catch 14 Love Disc.
I think I hatched 2 of them actually, and then.
Look, I have the Valentine's Day graphic we can look at for a second.
Yeah, okay, so I've seen like one Chansey, like at all. I've seen one Chansey.
Yeah, I've seen one Chansey.
Slowpokes everywhere, but I haven't been paying attention to them because they can't be shiny. I've been clicking on every love discs for the hopes of a shiny. I've hatched like 3 Happinis, but none of them have been shiny.
Any Happinis.
And like I said, I didn't get to participate in the Lickitung raids. Okay, so funny story, after my workshop was over, I was like, oh, the Lickitung raids are going on for 30 more minutes. I'm going to try to do one. And so there was a gym right by my school. So I pull up to it, and I like go in. I looked at what Pokemon I needed to counter it, and go in, and I'm like battling, and halfway goes, and there's like a teeny tiny chunk missing from its life. I'm like, nope, this isn't going to happen. So then I just left, and I was sad that I wasn't going to get the chance to get a shiny.
She was sad. She did not get to do them. I did not also. I also did not participate in them. I tried to, and it didn't work out. But that's okay. We'll see. Licky, I'm sure some of my friends got some. I mean, the shiny is cool. It's a cool shiny model. I like yellow shinies. I'm Team Gold. I like the shiny Azumarill. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. So I think it's a cool shiny. I may trade for one later if somebody gets one.
Pause. Since we're in the Valentine's Day event.
Pause.
Are you a Charmander?
Am I a Charmander?
Yes.
Why?
Because you're making me hot.
She wants to have a Pokemon joke every week. It's going to be her new thing.
It might be hard, but I'm going to try.
She's been looking for them.
Play.
Okay, so back to the Valentine's Day event. Let me bring this back up. I want to cover it for just one more second. Okay, so on the new Pokemon, the Audino and the Alomomola, neither of them is very meta relevant. They are both pink Pokemon. Of course, they are new Pokemon. The Happinis and the Chanseys and the Lickitungs, they are obviously, well, I guess Lickitung doesn't tie in with Happiny, Chansey, and Blissey. Sorry, let me say that. They're all obviously great to have a new shiny family. Chansey's in the wild's great. I was kind of sad with the way the Blissey looked. No, I haven't seen any. I mean, I've seen some people posting shinies they've got. But, okay, so the other thing that I wanted to talk about was the avatar items. Which
I saw Tyrogue had.
I've seen a couple people also with the new avatar items. I'm not much of a avatar person.
I'm not rocking that either.
Yeah. I mean, that's not really for me. That's not necessarily what I want to rock.
It's cool though.
So
I like that they are always adding new stuff into the The closet.
I wish they'd add some other things to avatars. I'd like to see facial hair added. That's my number one. I'd like to have a sweet beard.
Would like to see added, just because I feel like a lot of people with disabilities like this, and so like the option to have like a walker or wheelchair or anything like that.
You literally have to walk in this game.
No, but like people do it. Like they do it with not walking.
I would like to see different character models for just the size of people, like, because Cliff is the first character model we got that was ever a different size than anyone. Everyone else is the exact same size. So I'd like to see some tall people, some short people, some bigger people.
Yeah.
You know, I would like to see that on the character models. I would just like to see some of the avatar items not break when you wear a certain item with a different item, and then, you know, it just doesn't look right, or the ears poke through the hat or something. I mean, it's just, you know, they make a lot of money, so they could work on the animations a little bit. But I am always happy, like you said, that they're putting in some new,
they're
always new items.
Something.
They're always adding new stuff to keep it fresh. So thanks, Niantic, for doing the things you do well, and piss off for the things you don't. You know? I mean, we're just like everybody else. You know, Niantic doesn't pay us yet. Maybe someday they will, but they don't right now. So I can say whatever I want. So when I'm unhappy with the game, I'm going to complain about it. So it is time to get into some rant mode, and I want to talk about Go Battle League. Now, I am a Silph Arena guy. I run a Silph Arena team. I battle Silph Arena stuff. We got Pokemon Cat back. And I'm a huge fan of it. So I was so excited for Go Battle League. Obviously, at the Pokemon Refuge, we want to see PvP become an eSport. There's people way better than me out there that deserve to have world championships and deserve to have big tournaments and make a lot of money playing this sport, eSport. It's because, I mean, it's just as good as any other video game. PUBG, I mean, it's competitive. Fortnite's competitive. Tons of stuff's competitive. I believe that if you've ever watched someone play Pokemon Go PvP, you know how competitive it is. And I imagine that now Go Battle League has probably showed everyone how competitive that it can be.
Yes.
So, here's where I'm going to get on my soapbox for a while. Man, it's broke. It's just broken. The freaking Go Battle League is just so broken. And all the videos are starting to come out now. People are getting stuff recorded. I
record every battle.
Yeah. I mean, 3 shields. You know, you can, and I've seen videos from both sides of it now, where the person who was recording it is the one who got a free shield out of the deal. Yeah, and went ahead and posted it. I mean,
they were just trying to show the exploit.
Yeah. I mean, well, it happened on accident on them. Like they didn't do anything. They had 2 shields already gone. Although I saw they posted on Silph Road on Reddit. They had 2 shields already gone. And an attack hit them, but it did no damage, as though a shield was thrown.
I saw the one where you showed me where I had, like, the person had 2 shields left, but a charged attack was coming, and it was like no shields.
Yeah, it said they had no shields, even though it showed that they had 2 shields left, and they couldn't throw a shield for the charge attack. So it's broken. It's very much broken, and the thing that makes it tough is that you can spend $1 on this, and I do every single time, because just the Stardust rewards alone, and up until recently in Ultra, I consistently would win 4 battles. So I have like 75 charge TMs, and I wanted those for cup battles for Silph Arena, because I don't know if anyone does Silph Arena battles, but if you do, man, the metas are always limited, and there's always some new Pokemon you've got to invest into, and you need specific move sets, and so you need a lot of the charge TMs for battle Pokemon. So I spent that $1, and I still am, but man, I'm not now, but I was until the last couple days. The last couple days, it's just been so bad.
This afternoon.
Yeah, I guess till this afternoon, really. It was just so bad. I didn't even want to finish my set, and I haven't finished my set. I lost 2 games right away, and one of them, I literally got hit with 7 charge moves. And I just was blown away. And I mean, like, the guy came in with a charge move already on a new Pokemon. I'm like, I don't even know how that happened.
Where they come in with a brand new Pokemon I haven't seen yet,
and
they're throwing a charge move as soon as they come in. So.
Yeah, so that's it's a really tough thing to want to promote and support this game so much. You know, and they have pulled it down, and they've done a couple updates, but I just don't know that the whole idea isn't bad. I'm not sure how much of this is taking place on client side versus server side. Obviously, they're not going to, tell us the ins and outs of it, but as an IT guy, I know a little bit, and I'm just curious as to how it's running, because a lot of this, I think, is simply desync. I don't think that every time someone's getting hit with extra charge moves, or I don't think the person on the other end is maliciously cheating, because I've been playing against someone, and I've seen where their Pokemons froze, and mine didn't, and I just kept tapping and got to my charge move. And I bet on the other side, it looked like all of a sudden everything froze, and then I just hit them with a charge move. So maybe they thought I was the cheater.
I don't know.
I mean,
it's glitchy for sure.
It's very glitchy.
And it's annoying because, like, I'm very competitive.
Yeah.
And so I recorded a time this week, and it was right after their maintenance, too, to where I went into battle, and this is why I don't use the pass that you have to pay $1 for, because I went in, and it was like finding opponent, and it found one, but then it was like timed out, and it kicked me out. But it used one of my 5 battles.
Yeah.
Like, the next time I went in, it was like 2 of 5, and it did it 3 times.
Did that to
and
me too.
I was like, what in the world? Because if I'm paying for this, which I'm thankful I didn't.
Yeah.
I would be mad that I paid for that and it's glitchy, but I'm not happy that it's messing up my record, because I'm competitive and I want my win-loss to be not so distant, and it counts as a loss whenever it throws you out.
Yeah, I would say that too. That was and that only started after this last update. That happened to me as well. It stopped and it kicked me out of a match. The match didn't go, but it took my battle. It took my battle. I was like, wow, that's crazy. So there's definitely a lot of glitches. Let's talk about the gameplay a little bit. Let's talk about the meta for Ultra. What are you running? What
am I running? Okay, so at first I was running, what is it, Gyarados? Is that how you say it?
Yeah,
Gyarados, Male Metal, and
Venusaur?
No, I didn't bring my Venusaur until just now.
Swampert?
My Swampert, yes. Something just flashed on the TV. That's crazy. It just went on. We have a ghost, I guess, that doesn't like us talking about.
Go Battle League?
Yeah.
Is it Niantic taking over the TV?
Anyway. Oh, my face looked funny whenever we were talking about it. Anyway. So then I switched to if you come up against me, you better forget I said this. So I start my Venusaur because I feel like people come in with the Giratina or a Swampert, and so I got that. And I rarely ever have to switch out before someone else switches out, because that you kind of get the leg up if you
win the switch.
You're so even it takes them a second to switch out. So if it's this Swampert against my Venusaur, I get some of their life down a little bit. And I build up a charge move before I switch out if it's something that I need to switch out.
Tell the people what move sets are you running on your Venusaur?
My Venusaur has whatever the fast move is.
Okay, so she's running Vine Whip as her fast move. Vine Whip charges energy better than the other alternative.
Yeah, this is him. I don't know this. I literally just click.
It's okay. So she uses Vine Whip as her fast move. She has the Community Day move Frenzy Plant. And she has Sludge Bomb.
Yes. And then my Male Metal, I don't know what the fast move is on that.
She has Thunder Shock.
And then Super Power.
Yep.
And Rock Slide. And so my Super Power is it Super Power? It's super fast. So like I click. But Rock Slide is not very far behind. So if I know that's going to like get a... like flying Pokemon is weak against that.
Yep.
Ooh, look at me go. And I don't know the meta. He's like a meta encyclopedia, and so he knows all that stuff. And I'll be battling. I'm like, tell me which one. But he just knows, so he's good. And then my other one, my Swampert, I have I don't know what the Mud Slap. Nope.
Hydro
Cannon. And Mud Bomb.
Earthquake.
My Whiscash for Great League.
She's back in Great League now. She loves her Whiscash, but Swampert is the replacement.
I wish she could get like a big Whiscash.
Get a big Whiscash, just a Mega Whiscash. Yeah. She would love Mega Whiscash.
Yes, I hate Giratina with Shadow Claw, Dragon Claw. I think my Melmetal can take the
Yeah, Dragon Claw.
both the
See, Giratina doesn't bother my
Melmetal?
my Melmetal is very good
but
at
it's
handling.
so stocky, the Giratina.
Oh,
it
super.
just sits there.
So yeah,
like,
so the problem that is the problem with the Giratina too is the Melmetal, the Rock Slide doesn't do enough, and Superpower does nothing because it's Ghost.
I know. I was surprised the first time.
The
and
Shadow
it was
Claw
like
Dragon
nothing.
Claw combo doesn't do anything if they have 3 moves, and that's most people running Giratina don't have 3 moves. I don't have 3 moves on my Giratina. That's why I'm not running one, because I have to have 3 moves. And my Melmetal was 100,000 Stardust. I mean, it's a huge investment, but I don't have 100 Giratina candy, so that's the difference there. But Shadow Ball, if they have Shadow Ball on the Giratina, or if they're running the other Giratina, the Origin form that has Ominous Wind, if you have a different set than just the Shadow Claw Dragon Claw, you can do a lot more damage and be a lot more effective. But the Shadow Claw Dragon Claw is the most common move set because those are the most effective 2 moves if you're going to use just one fast move, one charge move.
8 out of 10 people have a Giratina.
Yeah, I also feel like 8 out of 10 people have a Giratina, and
Every
8
time
out of 10 people have a
Big
Swampert.
Ash comes up. Do you see mine? Did you see it?
Yeah, Big Ash.
Big Ash comes up. I'm like, are you serious? Bring something not so
he's definitely tough. I was actually running my Latios. I have a Latios that's like number 27, my shiny Latios, like number 27 in PvP. I was running it for a while because it's devastating to the Giratinas just because it has a Dragon Claw, Dragon Breath.
So I keep wanting to bring something that is like ice or like
for the
blizzard.
dragons?
Yeah, because I feel like
I've seen Feral Gator. I've seen a couple people running Feral Gator. That's water has double ice moves. I mean, you
know what got me? What is the thing that what's it called? It's like a grass Pokemon, but it has a fire move.
A grass Pokemon with a fire move.
Okay, it's the like little green thing that's like this, but when it evolves, it stands on its back feet. Okay.
No, she's not doing a very good job here.
I'm not. I can't.
Grass Pokemon? Are you sure it's grass?
No, I'm not. So just
and
give
it's
me a second.
massive.
I don't know. It stands on its
Chase,
back feet.
Chase Latios is super fast, man. Dragon Breath is a fantastic fast move. I'm a huge fan. I'm gonna connect. See, that's another thing that we're gonna be doing because I want to show you guys stuff on my screen. So I'm gonna get a capture. I'm gonna get a couple capture cards bought in the next week or two, so that I can have my phones plugged in, so that I can bring my phone up on the screen too, the same way I bring up like graphics and stuff, like this Valentine's Day graphic.
It starts with a C, I'm pretty sure.
Then I'll be able to show you guys, and I'll even be able to maybe do some battles on the screen and some stuff like that. So, what are you looking at? Oh, Quilava? That's not grass. That's Typhlosion. Typhlosion's fire.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know. I thought it was grass. And when it
no, that's the starter.
When it threw something fire at my Melmetal, we are not talking to you.
Our Alexa just went off.
So it threw fire at my Melmetal, but I thought it was grass. So I was
and
I was like,
demolished
how
you.
dare you?
Yeah, that's pretty rough. So I would definitely say Giratina is the toughest thing to go against just every time.
Yes.
Swampert, obviously, such a beast. But I feel like everyone's running one, so I've been running Venusaur as well.
My Gyarados, I switched out because
I started with a Gyarados too.
His charge moves are just so slow.
Oh, well, see, I was running Double Dragon, and he was destroying the Giratinas pretty well. Yeah. Double Dragon Gyarados, just because he wasn't weak to the Ghost move.
Swampert does good on
Giratina.
The Giratina.
Yeah, yes. Swampert does okay. If you can hit it with an Earthquake, it'll knock it down. Yeah, so definitely good. What else? What's been a surprise? Anything surprised you about the Ultra League meta?
I mean, there's just been some. I've thrown in some random Pokemon when I've gotten mad. I'm like, fine, I'm just gonna do some random things and throw in to see what they do. And I feel like other people have done that too because I've seen like a lot of things, and I can always tell when I'm going up against someone who's PvP, and when I'm going up against someone who
knows how to battle,
who's clicking the buttons. And not saying that I'm not necessarily one of those people who's just clicking the buttons. I know a tiny bit. He's like Pokemon Master, but if I had a hat, I would say
no. I'm far from that. I believe there's people way better than me out there doing PvP.
But at this moment, it's really hard because it's not necessarily who's better rather than who can cheat better.
Okay, so well, it's tough. It is about, it is about what's happening in the gameplay, and it's also about, because this is blind rather than with Silph where you get to see six and kind of form an idea.
And you can bring whatever Pokemon whatsoever.
And the fact it's open, I mean, it's tough.
And we're in the point now where people are changing their Pokemon they're bringing.
The meta's changing to try to adjust.
I don't even know what Pokemon that is.
I have actually encountered one Dialga, and it was not as tough as I thought that it was going to be because I have my Melmetal with Superpower, because Superpower will rock that. So I tip my hat to you, Kobe Reimer. So I found that it wasn't as tough as Giratina, to be honest with you. But just because I run Melmetal and Superpower, man, it takes 9 Thunder Shocks to get 2 Superpowers. And you just throw them back to back and then dump Melmetal out, so that because those debuffs go away right after that. So that's been my strategy. It's been very effective so far.
Well, I'm going to use that because...
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do. I lead my Melmetal most of the time. I was leading, because I was like you, and I felt like everyone was leading Swampert. So then I was leading Venusaur.
But then people were...
Then I felt like people started leading Venusaur, and then people started leading something else. So then I pulled back to my Melmetal.
People are changing up.
Because it's shifting constantly. So
see my cat.
Yeah, I see our cat back there.
Well, don't break the chair.
Yeah, I don't want to break the chair again. Okay, so let's. Is that all we want to talk about on Ultra League? Got anything else to say about Ultra League right now?
I don't think so. I do enjoy the Stardust that I get, even with the regular.
Yeah, I will say that the Stardust rewards for Go Battle League are definitely worth it.
Yes, I agree, especially if you do them, because and I like how they stack up. Like when it first started, it wouldn't it would reset after you did yours, and now it will stack them up on top of each other. So if you walked, is it 3K or 2K?
It's 3.
So if you've walked 6K. There's 6 kilometers. You can't start. We just say K. We don't say
K.
And so if you walk 6 kilometers, you'll have two times to do the Go Battle League. So I like that.
Yeah, that's good. I think we covered Ultra League pretty good. So let's shift into the fast forward portion here.
We're still
in the play.
You want to talk about the current raid bosses.
I do still need to talk about some current things. I thought because then let me just mention the one thing I wanted to say. That's why I was trying to shift. So the next will be coming to Master League.
Yeah. And I have 105 rare candies to get my 100%
Psystrike
Mewtwo, a third move. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't. But, so I don't know. Hey, Monique, how's everything going with you? We're doing good. Fantastic. Yeah, so Master League, we'll just leave it at there. Master League's coming. We'll talk about that shortly. But it is coming, and Ultra League will be passing within another week. So we want to talk about the current raid bosses. And I actually have some images that I forgot to add. So we'll see if I can do this in real time. And we'll do 1. And then we'll click OK and we'll browse.
Oh, geez. This is scary.
And we'll do this. Yeah, I'm trying to do this in real time here because I forgot to do this earlier. So this should pop up on the screen. And I'll make that a little bigger. And we'll move it over here. All right. Snuggly Kitten, would you like to read those raid bosses off for the Tier 1 raid to the people?
Tier 1 raid, we have a Love Discs, which can be shiny. And is that all I got to say for that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
just run through them and let the people know whether to be shiny.
And it can be shiny too, so those are 2 good ones. And then Blitzel, saw a child.
I did too.
And the Roggenrola. And
I still don't have a Roggenrola. I know you do.
And then Timber and a Clink, which can also be shiny.
Yay. All right, let's try to add this second one. This will be interesting. So next week I'll have this better. I forgot to add these.
We apologize.
Yeah, I thought at the end I was like, hey, we should just go over the raid bosses every week.
Our week was crazy because he was gone, and then it's gonna be more crazy because I'm gone.
Yep, she's gone this week.
And next
to
week.
Where are you going this week?
California. He's
California.
mad because
She's going to Disneyland.
I'm going to Disneyland.
She's gonna get to play Pokemon in Disneyland, guys, and she's gonna have to go live this week to show you guys what Disneyland's like because it's intense.
So we're gonna go on a tier 2 raid bosses. We have
tier
the
2.
Magneton, the Alolan Executor, which can be shiny,
Which is Orange Boy.
and the Lickitung, which obviously can be shiny.
Can be shiny now.
Yes, the Electabuzz, Miltank. Those look so funny on the
The Miltanks.
like the Pokemon nearby.
Okay,
or
so
when
hold
you
on.
pass
So
one.
does anybody have PTSD from Miltank using rollout on any of the Game Boy games? If you do, just comment in the comments section. Ashley she is not a main series game person.
No.
She knows nothing about Pokemon except since we've been together and she gets into Pokemon Go. So she has no idea how horrible Miltank with rollout was on the main series games.
And then Mawile, which can be shiny. And I want a shiny Mawile. Don't you have a shiny Mawile?
I traded it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so
those are our tier 2
so that's
raid
2.
bosses.
So let me go on ahead and add this third one here.
We apologize for this.
Yep, again,
We like
we're
to be
working through
prepared.
stuff. Hey, but look at us, giving you guys information and stuff. Maybe. There we go.
So our tier 3 raid bosses are Alolan Raichu, which can be shiny, Arcanine, Machamp, and Aerodactyl. I don't know why I said that so funny. Aerodactyl.
Aerodactyl.
Sometimes my...
Hey, and so right there, let's stop on Aerodactyl for a second.
it can be shiny.
Yes, Aerodactyl can be shiny. But hey, more than that, lots of new people always need an Aerodactyl for one of their researches.
Yes.
So it's great when Aerodactyl is in the raids. That really helps those people.
And Flappy and Pillow-Swine.
And that was our tier 3s. So let's do this again.
I just made a really funny face on camera. It's so funny. I don't care.
And it's live, so we can't
fix
it.
anything.
Yeah.
You just got to deal with
Just
it.
gotta
Make
deal with
funny
it.
faces.
Yep.
Have an itch.
Okay.
Like,
Oh, let me move back over here so they can see you while you talk about them. All right, here you go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Tier 4 is an Alolan Marowak, and it can be shiny.
Alolan Marowak is my dude.
Yeah,
I want a
you
shiny
always
one.
use
Yeah.
shiny Alolan Marowak. And then Rhydon, which after... Oh, wait, we're not there yet.
You skipped one.
Oh, I don't like that, so that's why I skipped it.
Galarian
Wheezing. And then Chansey, which can be shiny now.
Well, I'd like to do a Chansey raid. I bet it's tough.
Tyranitar and Excadrill.
All right.
That
That's
wraps up our tier 4s.
We got one more graphic.
Yeah, I don't like Galarian Wheezing.
You don't like? Why not?
I don't know. It's
What do you
ugly.
think? I like Galarian Wheezing. The guys from Pokemon Go Radio, they did the best Galarian Wheezy skit. It was so funny. It was hilarious. All right, hold on. Let's load up this tier 5 graphic here. And this one's tiny.
Yes.
Stretch her arm out there. There you go.
I'm going to try.
These are
so
quick.
I think it's Regigigas.
Yep.
Is that how you say
Regigigas.
it? Regigigas. I
Still
only
in
have like 2
X-raids.
of those. And because
I have a
I went
lucky
to
one.
an X-raid with him, or I had one, but he was gone. And when you have a best friend do a raid with you, you get like 5 extra balls or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't do it with a best friend, so he ran away. And then Tornadus.
Yep. Tornadus is in the tier 5.
Was it Incarnate?
Incarnate form, yeah. Because, interestingly enough, all of the... what are they called? The weather... I can't remember what they're called. The something. Whatever the weather god Pokemon are. It's Thundurus, Landorus, and Tornadus. The weather something. They have 2 different forms. So I imagine we'll get those later. Much the same way as Giratina Altered and Giratina Origin had 2 different forms.
Do you want to say anything about any of these tiers? Or
So, okay.
How often do they change?
Well, it just depends. They change with events. Because if you look right now, like in tier 1, Love Disc is in there. So in tier 2... Lickitun's in there.
So
and
if you look
Miltank.
at those
In
graphics
tier 3,
too on there,
Laffy's
it tells
in there.
you the group size that you need.
Yeah. All of these graphics, they're pretty accurate. Yeah, because this is all Silph Arena stuff, so it's pretty accurate. But I would just say that it's always it always matches the event. So there's some pink Pokemon in there. There are some cool shiny chances in there. Shiny Chansey, very cool.
Pause.
Pause.
Do you have a catch of the week?
My catch of the week this last week. Well, that's tough. Okay, so we had a lucky trade, and I got a lucky Tortuga.
That's not really
which I didn't have one. That's what I'm saying. So I didn't really have a catch. I didn't catch any shinies this last week in Houston.
But you didn't catch anything. Didn't you catch like a Corsola?
No, I hatched those. I hatched.
So you don't even have any
What?
good
No, I don't have a good
catches?
catch. Well, a hatch is kind of a catch. My hatch of the week, all right? I hatched 2 Axew and a Corsola while I was in Houston, which, of course, that's a regional. So, and it was a 98% Corsola, so that was kind of cool. And I got some candies for that.
I have a catch of the week.
Okay, let's hear it.
It was today.
It was today.
And I got a shiny Snubble.
And she's been wanting a shiny
I
Snubble.
have. When I clicked on it, I did this weird squeaky, high pitched noise.
It's just the shiny noise. You guys know, right? When you catch a shiny, everybody makes the shiny noise. It's like, or
no, that is not what it was.
I mean, somebody's, right?
It was the weird, squeaky, high pitched noise. But I'm happy I got it, and I always complain like I never get a shiny. And
that's a good one.
So yeah.
Yeah, so that's a good catch of the week.
Play.
So yours is your catch of the week's much better than mine.
So we're gonna go on to Silph Arena.
Current Silph Arena. Current Silph Arena is the Rose Cup meta. Rose Cup is only pink, purple, red, and gray Pokemon. It is still going hardcore. Like I said, I mentioned that I competed in 2 tournaments this last week. I don't have much else to say about it. We have a tournament coming up that we'll be hosting in 2 weeks.
I think you should mention, I would assume some people are like me and don't know much if they're watching.
Okay.
And what exactly is the Silph Arena? Like, what do you do?
Well, that is good. So, Silph Arena is... Let me scroll over here. I think people might be saying stuff and I'm not paying attention. Yeah, sorry.
I haven't found a shiny ever.
People were saying stuff.
Snubble.
Okay, so... Oh, yeah, shiny Snubble.
I didn't have
Silph Arena. Silph Arena is hosted by the Silph Road. Silph Arena is silph.gg, so silph.gg. If you go to that website, you can check out the Silph Arena and everything you want to know about it. So, and it's put on by people like me. Like, I host the Pokemon Refuge as a Silph Arena group. We have a Discord server. And we run a tournament once or twice or 3 or 5 or however many times a month you want. You can host tournaments. And they run through the website, and they have brackets, and everything runs through the website. It's really easy, and you have global rankings. And
mine is very low.
And mine is pretty decent. So I'm creeping up on top 5,000 in the world.
Can I answer someone's question?
Yes.
Okay. Sarah Lee. So I'm pretty sure the Regigigas is only in X raids. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, so you when you do raids like a Tornadus, if you do it at an X raid gym, you'll get a cool envelope.
Possibly.
Open on your,
it's more than you will. If 25 unique accounts do a raid at an X-Raid eligible gym, it will trigger an X-Raid pass to go out for that week.
And so a cute little envelope, whichever way you say it.
I don't have a graphic for that.
It opens up on your screen, and it says like the date and time that it's going to be, and you and a whole bunch of other people will show up here because everyone who did that raid will get the raid pass, and you have that hour to do it one time. So a lot of people show up right when it starts. Well, that's how it works where we are from.
Yeah.
And so so they're not necessarily rare, Sarah, but you have to get the X-Raid pass to do it.
But in a way they are, though, because if Sarah lives in a community that's a rural community,
I guess
they may not
that's
have
true.
an X-Raid gym.
So I guess
they
that
just got some in
is,
Duncan. They didn't have in Duncan's.
Duncan
didn't have
That's
X-Raid gyms
crazy.
until about 3 months ago. Yeah.
So yeah, I guess it depends where you live, because obviously big cities like Houston are gonna have a lot more X-ray gyms. We have a few.
Yeah, we have like 10.
Yeah, and so we've been through small towns that have like 2 gyms in the whole
Total,
town,
yeah.
and so
One
I don't
Pokestop.
think there are any
Yeah.
X-ray gyms.
To what she said, they could be. Definitely could be. She got an
Well,
X-ray
now you
pass
can
today.
get
Well,
a
there you go.
Regigigas.
So the X-ray pass for you will be Regigigas. So there you go. That will be because you were doing good with the comments
Yeah,
over
and
there.
I
It's
had
hard
to
for me to
look on
follow them
something.
over here. Okay, so we ready to move on? So Silph Arena, there you go. So silph.gg. You guys go check it out. There's a lot to cover about Silph Arena, but they do limited meta cups, meaning they choose. And like I said, this month's meta for the Rose Cup is the Pokemon has to be pink, purple, red, or gray. And that's based off what their colors are on Bulbapedia, which is the official source for Pokemon information. So that's this month's cup is the Rose Cup. So we need to move on. We only have about 15 minutes left, and we need to get to the fast forward portion of this.
Okay.
So what are we coming into this next week?
We are getting into... I need to get back to my phone.
Oh, okay.
We're getting into the friend event.
The friend event.
So romantic love is not all we show here at Pokemon Go. So we're going to be celebrating some friend love, and that's going to start Friday, February 21st at 8 a.m. to Monday, February 24th at 10 p.m. local time. So local time to you.
Yes. That's
So,
important.
I'm
I
not
like when events start at local time.
I'm not sure what this one necessarily means. It says friendship levels will increase faster. Do you know what that means, Ness?
No. The speculation is it'll be twice as fast.
So if you open a gift, you'll get two
You'll get
2
two
days.
interaction, 2
Okay.
days worth of interactions. That's the way I understand it, which should be really good for anyone trying to get ultra friends like Native Strong Pokemon Go. If you're listening, our buddy David, who we need to get friends with some of our other friends so we can do remote tournaments.
Yes. So then 2 times trade candy, which is awesome. So if you do a trade from the 105 distance, you would normally get 3 candies for trading, and so now I'm guessing it'll be 6 candies.
Let's stop and talk about that for anyone who doesn't know. If you trade a Pokemon, you get 1 candy when you trade it. If the Pokemon is from over 50 kilometers away, you get 2 candies. If it's from over 100 kilometers away, you get 3 candies.
So rare Pokemon that we hatch or we catch, because we do mass trading a lot.
We constantly trade.
And so I'll be like, trade me something far away because I want candy for this one. So it'll be like a rare Pokemon. What was the thing I just traded you the other day, the turtle thing?
Tortuga.
A Tortuga. And so he traded me something from far away, so I would get 3 candies for that. And so another thing, this is my favorite one. It is half trade Stardust cost. So we have Pokemon that are either legendary or shinies that we want of one another's, but it's 40,000 Stardust to make the trade each time. So now it only costs 20,000 Stardust, and so that's exciting for us. And so if you need Pokemon from someone,
and if you're like us and you've been holding on,
we have Pokemon
we always have
with
Pokemon
like
named
for
each
people,
other,
and so
those are always good.
Funny story about trading. His cousin, who Pokemon's with us, we mass trade when he comes over too, and he was trading me a bunch of stuff, and it kept saying like Ash, Pikachu, Ash, Staryu, Ash Rattata, Ash Mantine. And I was like, why is he naming everything Ash's whatever? Well, my name is Ashley. And it finally clicked. I was like, oh, he's just marking them for me. But I thought he was literally naming everything like
Ash's
for
Pikachu.
Ash Ketchum. Like, yeah, it was funny.
It's funny.
And then so another good thing is the number of gifts you can open daily will increase to 40. It's 20. Is it 20 now?
Yeah, it's 20.
That you can open.
Yeah.
And then the amount that you will be able to hold in your inventory will be 20, and you can hold 10 normally.
Yeah.
So that's good.
That's exciting. Double anything that helps increase with friends. Friends is the greatest source for XP you can get. Mm-hmm. Opening gifts is a great resource for Pokeballs, Stardust.
If you don't know this, when you are looking at your friends, you can see how many days you're close to getting to the next level. So if you're great friends and you're going to go to Ultra Friends is next.
Yes.
You can see like one day, and it's good to pop a lucky egg if you want that XP to move up to the next level. I became Ultra Friends with someone today, and I didn't get a chance to pop a lucky egg because I didn't know they were opening a gift. And it put me 10,000 XP away from moving up to level 39, so it made me sad that I didn't get to pop that egg.
She would have jumped right over level 39.
That. Not that you get anything good for making level 39.
Oh, yeah, you get stuff.
You get like
because level 40 is where you get... You know what's stupid? You get lucky
balls.
eggs for level 40.
You're like, I don't need these anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. You should get them for level 39.
You should. You should get them for level 39 to help you get to level 40.
Because you have to get like 5 million XP to get from 39 to 40.
Yeah, so that the halfway point from level 0 to level 40 is level 37 and a half. Or level 38 and a half. I think it's level 37 and a half. But, yeah, so that event's going to be good. I definitely am trying to increase some friendship with some people that I PvP battle with, because the more remote people I can have to battle with, the better. So on that note, too, if anybody is looking for friends, if you click on our page and you go to the pinned post at the top of our page, we have a post there. You can post your friend codes in. People go in there regularly, add people. We go through there and add people, So
Patrick Dixon says he just wants a Celebi. How long ago did you start?
Celebi. You get the request for it.
The quest for is it Celebi or Celebi?
It's Celebi.
Whichever. Celebi. There's the quest for the Celebi that there was. Is that the one that sang to us? Was that one?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah.
No, wait, that's Jirachi.
Oh.
Jirachi sings.
There was a Celebi quest, though.
Yeah, right? You get a Celebi on quest. Yeah. Celebi is one of the quests. Jirachi is one of the quests. Melton is one of the quests. Spirit Tomb is a quest that comes at Halloween. Who else? I'm trying to think. Mythicals. What other mythicals were there? I don't know. But yeah, those are on quests. So those are on the special research.
We're still in fast forward.
Yep, we're fast forwarding.
I wish there was a way to predict what the Spotlight Hour Pokemon is going to be.
Okay, so yeah.
Is there speculation in that? In your,
speculating. We're going to have a Spotlight, I guess, Tuesday and then a bonus
6
reward
to
on...
7, and then the mystery reward.
Right, so the mystery reward on Thursday. Maybe it will be candy, because they did Stardust. So, okay, so I'll take some shots in the dark here. So we did Onyx, then we did Spoink.
Because Spoink is pinkish. So
yeah, maybe. So what if they did a purple Pokemon? What about our...
so the Rose Cup is gray, pink, and purple.
Yeah, and Grumpig actually can be used in the Rose Cup, so that's why I was curious. I don't know. But I will say, for speculation purposes, I think that the reward for Thursday could absolutely be double catch candy.
No guess on the Pokemon
something.
for
No,
Tuesday?
I don't really have a good guess.
Let me put a guess out there.
Okay, put a guess out there.
Just for
I'll throw
GP.
something out just because. I'm going to say Ponyta.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
I'll get a shiny boy.
No.
I'm going to go with Snubble.
Snubble.
Just because.
All right, Snubble. I said Ponyta. Okay, so let's talk about the next week, what our goals are going to be.
So, we're not there yet. We have something else that's coming up in this next week. Our Community Day.
Oh, wow. How did we forget that?
I didn't. You
Sorry,
did.
I did.
So Community Day is Saturday, and it is from 11 to 2 local time. It's local time.
In the Northern Hemisphere.
In the Northern Hemisphere. And then it's some other time for the Southern, and I don't know that.
It's from 3 to 6.
In the Southern?
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm in the Northern, so let me talk about that.
Okay.
And so our Community Day Pokemon is Rhyhorn, because that is what all you Pokemon traders voted for.
Woo! Team Rhyhorn.
And so that's what we're getting, unfortunately.
Team Rhyhorn.
And so, but one fancy thing about that is that there will be 3 times Catch Stardust. 3 times.
Which means if you use a star piece...
4.5 times Stardust. So you better be catching all the Rhyhorns.
I am catching everything.
Every Rhyhorn. I need to go spin Pokestops to get a bunch of balls because I'm lacking on that.
So that's
area.
next Saturday.
Oh yeah, I will be in Disneyland spinning Pokestops. So.
Oh, indeed. You will catch good stuff at Disneyland too.
Yeah, make sure I have all the things.
Yeah, all the things. Okay, so Community Day. What else we got on Community Day?
Oh, well, I think that's it on Community
Is that
Day.
for the rewards?
That was the only reward.
Really?
It's a big reward.
So let me talk a little bit about Rhyhorn. So the shiny Rhyhorn.
What's the Community Day move?
That's what I was about to say. So the shiny Rhyhorn is orange, and he looks really cool. And the shiny Rhyperior, the final evolution, he has a yellowish sash on, so he's really cool. The exclusive move will be Rock Wrecker. We
I've never
do
even
not
heard
know
of that.
what it's his move in the game, in the main series. We don't know what Rockwrecker is going to be yet. I imagine because Rhyperior already has a lot of moves that he can get. He already has Ancient Power, Earthquake, Surf. So I imagine this move is going to have a buff or a debuff attached to it.
Okay.
So I think Rockwrecker, I don't think it'll be about just having power. Like, I don't think it'll just be a Hydro Cannon clone like the rest of them are. I think it's going to have a buff or a debuff. So we'll see. I think it's going to have some PvP effects.
So, what are your goals for the week?
Okay, so let's see. This week is... What do we got? We got Rose Cup stuff coming up. I need to work on my Lucario still. I still would like to get my Lucario up. But Master League is like right around the corner, and I am not ready for Master League. So I have no idea. My goal for this week...
Attainable goals.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's going to be very attainable goals. I am going to get the third move on Carl. Carl! I'm going to get the third move on Carl, my Fracture. And I am going to try to get my Lucario to 2,500. And that's probably the only two goals I'm going to have for this week.
So my goals are to get the 50K, the 50 kilometers, because I'm going to be traveling.
Yes.
And so I'll be doing a lot of walking. So I think that this week that'll be doable to get the 50 kilometers. I also want to get... my goal last week was 100,000 Stardust, but this week... because of the 4.5 times Stardust for Community Day, catch Stardust, my goal is gonna be 300,000 Stardust. Oof. Which and so that's my goal there.
1,000. And
then also to catch lots of shinies for Community Day. We're gonna go with a very modest 10. Modest 10 shinies.
So, and I'm going to be looking for a shiny Rhydon and a shiny Rhyperior that both are usable for PvP.
Which one? Which group?
Great League? For Great League. Okay. I don't care about.
And then also, because we have our Rose Cup coming up, I need to mess with my team to make sure I know what I'm bringing.
Yeah. So on that note, since we're talking about the future in Rose Cup, and we got 3 minutes left. Anyone in our area, in the Great Plains region, in Lawton, Oklahoma.
So Lawton, Oklahoma, surrounding areas.
Yeah, Oklahoma City,
from Texas,
Wichita Falls.
You can come from
We will be hosting our Rose Cup on the 28th at
an Italian restaurant.
7 p.m. at an Italian restaurant here in town. And you can find all of that information in the event on our Facebook page. And we are giving away Pokecoins to the winner and Rose Cup pins for first, second, and third place. And we give away, we give away stuff, Pokemon cards, and sometimes plushies and stuff. So it's always a good time. And it is it's a restaurant, so you can bring your family. You can bring kids, hang out with us.
Kids, like we said, so it's always fun.
Always a good time. That's brutal. Okay. Do you have anything else to say before we go?
Those are going to be my goals for the week. I should have thought about it more. I probably would have had more, but those are going to be my 3. I think I said 3.
3.
I think it was 4 actually, but I'll rewind.
Okay, she'll rewind and look.
But yeah, so.
Okay,
that was episode 2 of
this
the Pokemon
is episode 2 of Live at the Pokemon Refuge under our belts there. So I'm going to, guys, once we get this figured out better and we've got the audio quality and stuff figured out too, I'm going to take these and I'm going to extract the audio and I'm going to slap these on iTunes and Stitcher. And so you'll be able to listen to this podcast just about anywhere after this.
And I'm going to take his swivel chair away.
Yeah, she's going to take my swivel chair so I can't move.
Yeah.
So till next time, I am Knuckles.
And I'm Kitten.
And this is Live from the Pokemon Refuge. We'll see you soon.